Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you do not know me, my name is Treasure and this is my channel. I am a holistic healer and self-care advocate. I'm also a full-time mom and entrepreneur. And being a mom, I am an excellent cook. Everyone has been asking me certain recipes on how I make them, what do I put in them, how much seasoning and all of that good stuff. So I decided that I'm going to test drive this for Fridays. I have my Womb Crush Wednesdays on Wednesdays, and I think I'm going to start doing Food Fridays. So today, the main ingredients for what it is that I'm going to make: split chicken breasts, bone in for the best tenderness and flavor. We got some mini peppers, sweet peppers because I like them, and a cast iron skillet. Now, with these things, can anybody decide or guess what it is that I'm possibly going to be cooking? If you don't want to guess, you don't have to, because I'm making jerk chicken. Let me find my jerk sauce. Where's my jerk sauce? Where is my jerk sauce? Oh, here it is, hiding back here. A little bit of lemon juice. Okay, so this is the jerk sauce that I use, hot and spicy, Walker's Wood Traditionals. You can also use Grace's. Grace's is a good one. It's just hard to find in LA. I use lemon juice to clean my meat all the time. So open up the chicken. You want to clean your chicken. Get a bowl. Just a simple bowl. Put some water in it. And just put your chicken in it while you're prepping everything else with a little lemon juice. Do you smell your meat? I always smell my meat. Like, some people say that you're not supposed to clean your meat before actually eating it. I don't care. Cleaning my meat. A little lemon juice, a little bit of Morton's, regular salt, and just let that just sit and simmer for a second. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and simmer. So I'm going to cut my peppers. The peppers is what really sets it off when you have your juices going and you want to put it over your rice. So I got to make sure you get one of every color. You got a yellow one, a red one, and an orange one. I'm going to do 2 orange and 2 red ones. So I got 5 peppers all together for my 2 pieces of split chicken breast. You know, I'm not cooking for that many people, just me, Davion, and Aria. When I cut my peppers, I cut them this way, not long way, because I like to actually have the rings on there. So I cut off the top first, just pull out the inside seeds. So it's nice, empty in the inside, and you just cut. Let me see if I can position this for y'all to see me cut. Here we go. Okay. I like to have some of the seeds in there because they actually kind of tasty to me. I don't know if I'm tripping or what it is. But after this, you just want to give them one quick last rinse. And I put them, half of them at the bottom of my pan right here. And I rinse off the other half and I just put those to the side because I'm going to chop up some red onion and I'm going to add those on the top of it. So, my trash, get all of this. The best way to cook is to clean up as you go. If you are cleaning up as you go, when you're finished cooking, you don't have to clean up. Okay, so that is that. Now to my selected seasonings. My selected seasonings, of course, you know, we have all of the regular garlic powder, your onion powder. I always use my Cajun style seasoning. I put that almost on everything. My cayenne pepper, my chipotle pepper, which is just a spicy black pepper. I am looking for the ginger. Got all these seasonings, curry powder, garlic and herb. Oh, here it is. And my ginger. I always add ginger. Some people, if you want to make it a little bit extra, then, I mean, you can. But these are the basic seasonings that I use to create my jerk chicken. So now, this is why I like to use the lemon juice and the salt. I swear, it's like I can, when I'm rubbing the chicken, I see stuff coming off, and it's just like the meat and everything. I have a serious pet peeve about stuff that's floating. So all of that stuff basically comes off. I don't know if y'all can see it in there, but it all comes off. So now I'm gonna rinse the chicken. You only need to probably soak your chicken for about 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure that the water is cold, not lukewarm, because it'll slightly cook your meat. But I like to scrub my chicken, to scrub the yellow stuff off, and kind of massage it a little bit. Okay, so chicken nice and clean, ready to season. And now we season. So I don't measure anything. I do the flick of the wrist. So everything is a couple of flicks of the wrist. Every seasoning, 1, 2, 3. It's a couple of flicks. Of course, you know that the seasonings, well, cayenne pepper is, you want it to be a little spicy, so you just pop it. If it's not a flick, it's a pop. I don't measure nothing. But I'm pretty sure that my hand measures it because everybody loves all my food. And I am constantly getting requests for this cookbook, which was supposed to have came out already. But my jerk chicken will be on the recipe book. Now we're going to use our Walker's wood. Now, the amount of actual jerk seasoning that you use depends on you. This is something you do measure. You don't want to just dump this because it'll make it super, super spicy and you won't be able to eat it or enjoy it. So sometimes I grill this outside, but I ran out of Choco. So it's going in a broiler today. Plus I'm busy, so it's always easy to sit and put something in the oven, let it cook for a couple of hours versus to sit and have to watch it over on the grill. So I got 1 large tablespoon. Just drop that on there, and then I'm gonna use you can use your spoon or you can use your hand to just kind of stir it all in. Ooh, that smells so good. Okay, I'm trying to be clean. I definitely use my hands. Yeah, that's better. Ari is on her iPad in the dining room. I had to get rid of her daggone ball pit. Goodness, what in the world was wrong with me? Now I got a whole bunch of tiny balls in bags, and she keep trying to open up the bags and play with them every daggone day. Gotta do something with that. Okay, so look at that. delicious. Get it on that bone and everything. I just gonna keep flipping it, get it underneath of the skin, and get it real in there. So, I'm gonna look down. You see my pot with my peppers. And this is how I place my chicken. Right on top of there, 2 beautiful pieces of chicken breast. And add a little water to the bowl that you were seasoning the meat in. And you just want to get a little juice down at the bottom to soak into them peppers. And look at that. Simple, simple, simple. Meal prep. And since my hand is nice and seasoned already, I just take the last little bit of peppers, rub them in my hand, get some extra seasoning off of them, and I just drop those on top. I have a half of a red onion. Ended up using a white onion. They're also known as the sweet onions. They got white onions, yellow onions, all of the different, and the red onions. I love the red onions for my salads. I love the white onions to cook with my meats, and the yellow onions to stew with stuff pretty much. But you can use them all universally. That just really doesn't matter. It depends on you. So, this is how it should look in your cast iron skillet. Now, of course, if you're like me, you are definitely about to add some extra seasonings right on top, because everything else is just blended in. And I am a seasonist. I need that good stuff all over. So just a little bit of extra garlic salt and my Cajun seasoning. I didn't use any Lowry's on this. You have more seasonings than enough. You don't need to add any extra salts or anything like that. The salt that's in the garlic salt is good enough. And it's salt pretty much in damn near all of your other seasonings that you use. So adding extra salt will just mess up your meal. So if you don't know, when you are cooking, you have to cover up your food when you're putting it in the oven, or else it will dry out. Duh. So before we put the aluminum foil on, we're going to take a cap of vegetable oil. I only use vegetable oil on chicken. I fry the chicken nuggets in vegetable oil. I use it over top of the meats, and well, I spray my grill with the vegetable oil spray. But I'm just putting a little bit of oil in there to brown and crisp it up a little bit with the broiler when it's on there. Also maintains a little bit of the seasoning so it don't just dry out. Now we're ready to cover. You don't want to get too much. Get just enough. And here we go, covering the cast iron skillet. Now, dinner can go in the oven. 15-minute dinner prep. And of course, for the rest of things, I have a rice cooker, and I think that I'm debating between string beans and greens. I don't know which one I want today, but I'm kind of leaning towards collard greens. So I think I'm going to do the jerk chicken with white rice and collard greens. So we know that the chicken is going to take a little while to cook. What I am going to do is I'm going to end this video for the prep. You want me to take off your shoes? Yes? Okay. Had to take off her shoes real quick. Take your shoes, baby. Shoes? Thank you. So, like I was saying, we're going to end this video and we are going to come back once the chicken is nice and tender and cooked. The chicken cooking time, you are going to set your oven to 400 and you are going to cook with the aluminum foil on the top for 45 to 55 minutes, and you let that nice and season in really, really well. And after you leave it in for the 45 to 55 minutes, depending on your oven, because some people ovens is like super ovens, but if you know that 45 minutes is good, then you take off the top, and if not, 55 minutes, that'll be enough time for sure. You take off the top, then you turn on the broiler. You want to turn on the broiler and you leave it on broil until it is brown to your liking. So what I am going to do is I'm going to allow this to cook, and I am going to come back and connect this video later. Hey everybody, so I am back to give a small addition to this video, which is the side dishes. The side dishes today, I am definitely going to go very slight today. A hood favorite, Glory seasoned Southern style collard greens. These will be in my pack. This is what we're going to have for our greens today, and everybody who knows me knows this little guy is one of my favorites. Yes, I do not like to sit with the rice on the damn stove. It's too much work. I don't like to sit and watch it. I am busy. As you can see, that one is constantly requiring my attention. So, like I said, these are going to be the greens for today. All we need for that, our trusty hand can opener. I don't like the electric can openers for some reason. It always seems to make a mess. It drops my cans. It's just irritating. I just would prefer to use the nice old school one. Get you a good one that's like $8 or $9, not that little thin one that we grew up on. That used to be hurting the hell out of our hands. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Greens. Ooh, this was like my main craver. When I was pregnant, shit, I could eat a whole can of just greens. It used to be ridiculous. I did not know what was wrong with me. I had a serious addiction to greens, yes, while pregnant. Most people like pizza or burgers or something, but nope, I wanted greens. Let's check this dishwasher. Oh, I already put away the bowl for this. Booyah. Rice. Jasmine rice. This is the rice that we use in our household. Whatever rice that you choose to use will be just as good. It's totally up to you. Okay, so like I said, it's only 3 of us that's going to be eating today. So I don't need but so much rice. So you see, here we go. So now you have to clean it. Let me see if I can get over here. Like this. Can you see me? Oh, yeah. Get cold water. Close the cabinet before I hit my head. You get cold water. I always say, when you're cleaning your rice, do a washing machine spin. Like, just spin it. Spin the rice, spin the water through it. And then rinse. The spices in that oven is smelling good, boy. I am enjoying the scent of my household right now. I think 3 rinses is enough. And you start to know because your water is clear. It's not cloudy like how when you first rinse it. And again, I'm not a measurer, but I have been cooking since I was 9 years old. Actually before that, but cooking on my own since I was 9, for sure. So to see your rice, you just you want to do a finger inside of there. So you see your finger, whatever finger you want to use. My middle finger is my longest, so I usually use my middle finger. You stick it down in there, and you want to make sure that the line above wherever your rice is, your water comes to where that is. So that's how you learn how to do that. Sometimes you might need to add a little bit more water to get it right. Boom. So that right there is that on that. Turn it on. Then my little rice cooker, it has displays on there. Let's see, can you see it? Okay, it has the white rice, it has the brown rice. So since we know that we are cooking white rice, you just hit the white rice button and then it'll do all of the work for you. It'll steam it up, it'll fluff it up, and your rice is gonna be perfect every time. I love this little thing. I got it from Walmart. Perfect investment. It's like $35. It's a lifesaver. It's just so necessary, especially when you have a little African daughter like mine who loves just to eat white rice. So I don't know if you're like me, but when I clean my stove at night, I always take off all of the burners because I just like how it just looks really clean. So I'm going to put my burner on the stove and just put my greens right there. That's going to be the last thing that I am going to cook. And I will be back with the Okay. Opened up the oven. Ooh, look at that. So that looks good, right? A little teaspoon. You have to baste your meat before you put it in the broiler. This is perfect coloring for me. The veggies are nice and tender. Look at that. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I think I might have to. Goodness. I'm about to tear this up. You don't know? That Arya, stop. Back in the oven. And we go from 400 to broil. Leave that in there. My favorite. Yes. Perfect every time. Never fails. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Do y'all hear that sizzle? That's what the broiler does. Let's see what it's looking like. Whew. It smells so good. And it is perfect. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna finish this off by just grabbing my peppers and just mixing them more. Get a nice coating base. See that? Let's get the peppers. You see that? Just put it on there. See, let the juices just dry. Ooh. Yes. See? I'm going to start sharing some of my favorite meals on a regular basis. And yes, look at that. We are done. 15-minute prep jerk chicken and peppers, collard greens, and white rice for dinner. Dinner is served.